Welcome into another edition of The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor. I'm Neil McCready, joined by Greg Jones, LB's Meat Market in Oxford, Caroline McCready from Legacy Arts Dance Studio, Legacy Studio of the Arts. How do I?
Performing art.
The Performing
and
Arts,
crafts.
not crafts. Come on, Greg. We know it's not crafts. It's just arts.
So I made some spicy ribeye sausage. No, some spicy Hawaiian. And I think I might have made it too spicy.
Oh, there you go. Brought to you by LB's Meat Market, 2008 University Avenue in Oxford, right across the street from Kroger. Let Kroger be your landmark, and then head over to LB's. I know it's a new year. The NFL playoffs are about right here. College basketball's here. Won't be long before college baseball season's here. All of those things. Let LB's be a big part of your weekends, or your every day for that matter. Stop in. They've got the best in beef, pork, chicken, seafood quite often on usually coming in on Thursday, sometimes late in the week. Fresh seafood, homemade, house-made sausages, the stuffed jalapenos, the stuffed mushrooms, so much more. The bacon wrapped asparagus, pretty much everything. They've got the lunches on Thursdays. Don't forget, when you walk in, to your left is the frozen section. If you're not in a giant hurry, I mean, like literally, if you have like an hour to play with, save yourself a couple of bucks. Get the stuff out of the frozen section, put it in some cold water. It's vacuum sealed. You don't have to worry about it getting wet or any of that stuff. Put it in some cold water. It'll thaw out. You'll save yourself a couple of bucks on just by giving yourself 45 minutes. But if you're in a hurry and you need something to put on the grill right now, you can do that at LB's as well. Again, 2008 University Avenue in Oxford. Happy New Year to both of you. How are you?
Good.
Awesome.
Let's see, Greg, how were your holidays?
Good. I had a day off work and kind of organized some things up here at the store, and we got a new product. You were asking me if I need to plug anything. We've got a sausage on the stick now. So we put a pinwheel, kind of did a pinwheel, and we put it through the stick. So I have a lot of customers that have Blackstone, the flat top grills.
Yeah.
So I was just looking through ideas for Blackstones and came across kind of a pinwheel sausage they put in the middle of their Blackstone with some onions and peppers, and just sat the sausage on top of the onions and peppers and just kind of made like onions and sausage dogs out of it. So yeah, we got a little sausage on a stick going at LB's right now. So yeah, man, just ready for 2024, ready for baseball. You mentioned baseball. I mean, basketball had a little hiccup the other day, but still got all the faith in the world in Coach Beard and the team. So yeah, good time to be a Reb.
Caroline, how about you? How were your holidays? I know you were here part of the time, and then you headed back to Fayetteville. You had intercession that you're in the middle of right now. How's your holiday been?
It's been good. I mean, it was shorter than usual, which is fine. So I've just been working and taking class, and I'm almost done, and then I'll have like 3 days off, and then I start again.
We were just talking about weather. We're all expecting some bad weather Sunday, Monday. Greg, we're hearing 1 to 3 inches of snow on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Monday.
So
Caroline,
that's usually probably 5 inches, right?
Yeah, Caroline, what's the latest forecast?
5 to 8 inches. 5 to 8. I don't want it to have. I hate the snow. I just don't.
So
I don't know. I don't like being away from everyone.
You're more equipped for it up there, but when you get that kind of snow, what's the shutdown in Northwest Arkansas?
They do a okay job of clearing off the roads. It's not that I don't want to like be driving around. I just want to be able to get to Cayo and like be with my friends. That's my one thing. So I better be able to walk to Cayo. Like I don't want it to be
treacherous.
Well, why don't y'all plan a snow party? Wouldn't a snow party be a good thing to do?
Yeah, but it's hard though because it's like everyone's getting back. Like they're having like apparently Cayo. Everyone's not supposed to move until Monday. Now they're moving in Saturday. But it's like everyone's going to be kind of like rocky getting here because some people may not come because we don't start school till Tuesday. But it's like literally, let me check the temperature. It's supposed to be Sunday, high of 18, low of 6. And Monday, high of 10, low of 0. And Tuesday, high of 19, low of -10. Ooh. So like this is not melting at all. So it's looking like a few days of Like Wednesday, it'll be high of 34. So that's not even like a ton to like melt it. And then it's going to be back down to 10s and it turns to ice. So it's probably like a week of no school, which is fine. Fine by me.
I would highly
But
suggest getting to the grocery store, getting organized,
Yeah, are you gonna
getting
get
to the
your
grocery
milk
store.
bread? Yeah, milk bread and eggs. Like, what is the deal with that? Why is everybody like at the end of the world's coming? Like, and it's
Yeah,
like
I
you gotta
know.
have your milk, eggs.
That's not what I would
And,
choose.
I'd be like trying to get those stuffable, like those peanut butter and cheese homemade sandwiches. Probably is.
I'm just always making sure that my beer selection is my beer fridge is stocked. I want to go through.
You don't have to worry about the refrigerator being cold because you can leave the beer outside.
You can leave the beer outside. You got that situation. You want to make sure that you have some stuff you can put on the grill. You want to make sure that your propane tanks, like for your Blackstone, are full. You want to make sure you have charcoal. And then let the chips fall at that point, right? I mean, whatever happens from that point forward, you're good. You got meat and you got beer and wine, some bourbon maybe.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Honestly, that means I don't have to go to work. Is that
Yeah.
I can do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait to do that at the age 2.
Yeah.
I'm still at
It
the
said
hotel.
it said 1 to 3 inches yesterday, so I'm hoping it goes back down. I'm
It
fine
might.
with 1 to 3. I'm good with that.
I've learned it's only about 48 hours out before you can truly pay attention to it.
Yeah. So Friday is when I'll probably get a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we've got NFL playoffs getting started. The college season is over, but that doesn't mean we're done here at the Butcher versus the Dance Instructor. No, sir. We still have some games left to pick. You guys picked 31 bowl games. 31 bowl games. Greg, you went 17 and 14 in the bowls. Did very good. Caroline, you went 15 and 16 in the bowl games. So you held in there. Greg chipped away at your lead as we enter the NFL playoffs. So there's like, let's see, there's 12, 14, 15 games left. 15 games left to pick, including the Super Bowl. Greg trails by 5 games. So it's doable, but Greg's got to chip away. Greg can't have a stumble week.
Got to bring out the gray goose. It's the only gray goose can help me right now.
He can't have a stumble week and expect to win this competition. So the pressure is definitely on Greg. Greg is 87 and 85 for the season. Caroline is 92 and 80, so a 5-game lead as we head into the NFL playoffs, staggered over 3 days, guys. Greg, you won the bowls, so you get to go first here. It's the Saturday game. Saturday afternoon, the Cleveland Browns head to Houston to play the Texans, AFC playoffs. Cleveland, a 2.5-point favorite in this contest, Greg.
Man, I think it's a sneaky good game. Man, I kind of like the Joe Flacco story, like literally, drinking a beer on the couch, and now he's I think he's playing really good, right?
Yeah, playing really well.
So I'm going to go with Joe Flacco, and for the guys that, can be sitting on the couch and get up and play for an NFL team, we'll play for that guy.
Yeah, it's Joe Flacco against Stroud, CJ Stroud, and the Texans. The Texans, this young team, rookie coach, rookie quarterback. Boom, they're in the playoffs. Laramie Tunsil, the left tackle, former Ole Miss great, with the Texans. It's been a renaissance year there in Texas. And you mentioned Cleveland and Joe Flacco replacing Deshaun Watson. Caroline, I know the NFL is not your thing. You've done a little research today. Cleveland minus 2.5. Greg's going to take the Browns and lay the points.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cleveland too.
Okay. All right, Caroline, we stay in the AFC. We stay on Saturday. It's the Saturday night game. The Miami Dolphins head to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. The Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, and the guys, a 3.5-point underdog against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
I think anyone who sees me, I'm like a sorority girl, I'm going to pick the Chiefs. Not honestly because of Taylor Swift. Like that, I did not know about. Like I knew who Travis Kelce was before Taylor Swift, to clarify. And I like the Kelce. Like I watched their documentary. I'm not. A lot of people only like him because of Taylor Swift. That's not me. But I'm gonna pick the Chiefs.
Can I give you my mom's number and y'all can talk about Travis Kelce all the time? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's. Yeah.
I mean, like she comes in and I
That
try to
Golden
be.
Globe joke. Somebody that whoever that host is made a stupid joke at the Golden Globes to Taylor Swift. And it was rude.
Uh-oh.
It was rude.
What was the joke?
Well, he had already made like a very sexist comment about the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
And then he went on to again make another comment about how like finally Taylor Swift isn't up on the whatever it's called. What's that called? The game?
Jumbotron.
Yeah, she's finally not up on a Jumbotron at the Golden Globes. Something like that. And it was just a little.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love the Dolphins. I hope the Dolphins win. Not because I like going against my mom, but my mom with the Taylor Swift talk is just out of control. It's
because of Taylor Swift. I'm assuming.
Yes, she likes. Well, I don't know. She just likes talking about Travis and Taylor.
Healthy. Yeah.
Like I literally will walk around the corner and she'll have her phone in like this close to her face. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? She goes, nothing. I'm not doing anything. And I go, let me guess. You're looking at Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, like rumor video or just something like, and it's just, man, it's brutal.
So the Joe Coy is the host at the Golden Globes. He says, as you know, we came on after a football doubleheader. The big difference between the Golden Globes and the NFL. On the Golden Globes, we have fewer camera shots of Taylor Swift, I swear. Taylor Swift responded by sipping her drink. Coy said, sorry about that. And then Coy said, oh, man, it was cute. I was just saying it was cute. I was just saying it's less cutaways. You know what I mean? That's all.
I don't know who Joe Coy is.
On Good Morning America on Monday, he said it was just a weird joke, I guess.
I can't wait.
Poor guy. I mean, he's getting quite the hate right now. I mean, poor guy, but
she's definitely going to be all about. She's like, oh, how did you hear about this? I'm like, oh, we talked about it on the podcast the other day. Oh, you talked about Taylor and Travis on the podcast? Now she'll be all interested about listening. Yeah, she'll be like, well, since you. Yeah.
Anyway. All right, Greg. She's going to take.
Go Dolphins. Go Dolphins. Travis Kelce under whatever receiving yards on the player prop bets. He won't score a touchdown. Do everything. He sold his soul to Pfizer. So he's that's what's happened to his career. There's too many commercials.
Yep. All right, we go to Sunday's games. Staying in the AFC one last time, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. They head to Buffalo to play the Bills. Pittsburgh, a 10-point favorite, big number for an NFL playoff game. Pittsburgh, a 10-point underdog, I should say, at Buffalo, Greg.
That is a big number, and I've got a buddy that's a huge Steelers fan, and he has wanted Mike Tomlin fired probably like 15 years ago. And for some strange reason, he always wins, and he just So I'm gonna go with the points. I like the Steelers. I think that's just too many points in a playoff game.
All right, Carolina, he's going to take Pittsburgh in the 10 points at Buffalo against the Bills, who've been playing really well lately.
I'm going to take Buffalo.
Any particular reason?
No.
No. All right.
Yeah, no.
All right, a really good Sunday afternoon game here. We go to the NFC now, NFC playoffs. Green Bay, the Packers, coming off their win over the Bears on Sunday. They head to Dallas to play the Cowboys. Here we go again. Dallas in the playoffs, hosting a playoff game. This is where they hit their roadblocks typically. Dallas, a 7.5-point favorite over the Pack, Caroline.
Okay, I'm going to pick Dallas because they have like the most famous cheer team. It's a dance team, but they call it cheer team.
Oh,
they do.
So, which speaking of, the college dance nationals are this weekend where like Ohio State and Minnesota, all these big, good dance teams. I'm literally going to pay $40 so I can watch it. You have to pay $40 and I'm going to.
Is Ole Miss in it?
Ole Miss is in it. I've seen their dance. I saw the video. It's really good.
Is Hayden on the dance team?
She's not doing it this year.
Okay.
She's not doing that.
Is there a Cinderella story this year? Is there like an underdog that might break through?
Well, it is always Ohio State dance team and Minnesota. They always are like, one of them is first, one of them is second. And last year, Minnesota won it all, and then the year before, Ohio State won it all. So it's going to be
so
probably
this is
one of
kind of the rubber match. This is where we get together, and this is
like they are like the best dance team. Like these girls go to Ohio State to dance, or they go to Minnesota to dance. They're like they've not gone home for Christmas. They practice twice a day.
So let me ask you this: when these two teams get together, like when they see each other at the hotel,
they probably have some tension.
I was going to say, is it like, hey, how's
Yeah,
it going? And they all hug and stuff, or are they like?
Everyone knows that they are like the best, and so there's so much riding on it. It's like if you make one mistake, you lose. You literally lose.
What was that cheerleading movie that what was it? Bring It On. It was like there was like and then
not like that. It's not like that. Like when I would compete in high school and there were all these other teams that we like wanted to beat, we would just like, you're rude. You're not like, they're not nice to each other.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm for that.
They're not mean, but like we're not like, hi, like so good to see y'all. Because if that's the case, then you're being fake.
Yeah,
because obviously you don't.
You don't want to see them. You want them to fail. You want them to fall and be a disaster and have a terrible routine, right?
Yeah.
Or you can like remind them that one time they messed up, and again, like, hey, you remember when that one time you messed up? Hope that doesn't happen again.
Yep.
Because you know what happens. Y'all gonna lose.
Who was the one team you hated the most when you were at Oxford dancing? When you went to the state?
We always got beat by Pearl River Central. Always. We always came in second, and they always came in first. And then, of course, what year was it? 2022. Of course, Oxford finally beat them 2 times. They got 2. They won twice.
The year after you left. But, you have to look at
2
this.
years. 2 years after I was done.
You laid the foundation.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you weren't there, there's no way they reached that pinnacle of
those girls reached the pinnacle standing on your shoulders. That's how they stood on your shoulders.
I mean, in like the interview, they're probably mentioning you. They're like, "Hey, look, that Caroline McCree, like she really like helped me push through." She did.
My freshman year we got 5th in the state, and then sophomore year 4th in the state, and then junior and senior year we got 2nd in the state.
Yeah, there you go.
We've always been getting down there.
There you go. You laid the foundation. You can't. Everyone notices, like, right? If you go to Washington and you look at the Capitol, you stare at the rotunda and you're like, oh, how beautiful. But no one goes, wow, the foundation of that building is magnificent. You're the foundation.
Yeah, it's like the soccer. It's like the soccer match the other day. You were saying they were down 3-0, and they just literally like came back together and came back and won, and just I forgot what it was. But
that was Brandon. Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah, we were down 2-0, came back, scored 3 goals to win it, and we being Oxford High School soccer, we've been a rolling ball of butcher knives ever since. I mean, we've played with just confidence, and here lately, I mean, I don't want to jinx anything, but we're just lining up and kicking people's asses right now. I mean, that's what we're doing. I mean, it's just it's not even pretty. I mean, we're just hurting people. I mean, it's like we look like a team that might be destined for something. And sometimes you just have to go through some adversity to get there first. You have to experience. You typically have to experience defeat before you can really savor victory.
Yeah, you look at Michigan. I mean, you look at Michigan. That's a prime example. I mean, like what was the first time? I mean, Alabama. What was it? It was really bad with the first time in the playoff, and then they lose to TCU, and then you just literally. I mean, you could see in every interview of the guy, they're like, "Hey, we came back. We wanted to, accomplish something, and we, put it together, and that's what happened." So
it's life lesson,
I like
man.
stuff like that. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes easy, it's not worth having. Anything worth having doesn't come easy. All right. Speaking of Greg, she's taking the Cowboys here. She's going to lay 7.5 against the Pack.
Man, I'm going to go with the Cowboys too for some strange reason. I know Jordan Love's playing good, and the run game's looking good. I'm just going to be on the Cowboys for some strange reason.
All right. We stay in the NFC. This is, to me, the most fascinating playoff game of the weekend. It's the Saturday night game. It's the Los Angeles Rams head to Detroit. Sunday night, I should say. Los Angeles Rams head to Detroit. The Rams, a 3.5-point underdog at Detroit against the Lions. Greg?
I think the hook is going to play a factor in this. Like whenever there's a hook involved, you got to take it. I think it's a 3-point game. Both teams are playing really, really good. But I'm just going to take the underdog for the playoffs underdog. Just I don't know. I like it, but I do hope the Lions win. I like their coach and kind of like the team and everything in general. Everybody kind of wrote off Golf, and he's back-to-back playoff years. So I'm pulling for the Lions, but I think that hook might come into play.
Lions finally get a home playoff game, and they're on the other sideline. It's Matthew Stafford. God, how for their fans, the diehard Lions fans who've cheered for that team for so long, that has to be such a weird feeling to look across and go, oh my God, we've got to get through our guy to get where we want to get. All right, Caroline, he's going to take the Rams and plus the 3.5.
I'll take Detroit.
I'm for Detroit.
It should be a really good game. I think it'll be a really good game.
I think so too. I think this is a great game. This is a drama game. There's a lot here. Like if you were to
hadn't the Lions not won a playoff game in a hot minute, or
been
like
forever.
Not won
been forever.
Like, yeah.
And here they are, like the guy that was the face of their franchise for so long, Matthew Stafford. He's on the other sideline. You got to beat him.
Yeah, didn't they trade up and get, or he fell into their spot, or did they?
Well, they traded him to the Rams. He wins the Super Bowl. They end up he replaced Jared Goff in Los Angeles. Goff comes to Detroit, rejuvenates his career. I mean, if I'm trying to sell somebody on football, this is the game I'm using. Like, look, there's so much more here than just football. There's drama and life stuff. And all right, we got the one last game, Caroline. We got the Monday night game, NFC. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. They head to Tampa Bay to play the NFC South champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Eagles are a 3-point favorite at Tampa, Caroline.
Okay, I talked to you about this, but I'm going to take Philadelphia. I'm sorry, Greg, but because of Jason Kelce. I'm sorry to say that.
No, I like Jason Kelce.
I love him, and I love his wife. His wife is awesome.
And they didn't they meet on Tinder?
They did, and she had no idea who it was, which is funny. Like, she did not realize.
At their first date, he got blackout drunk and fell asleep.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Golly,
and
that sounds like
still
something
gave him another chance.
That's definitely something like that. It's probably, yeah. But yes, I love him. But like, just every time I see a Pfizer commercial, I'm like, oh, you can do 2 at a time, or oh, I don't want to do. What about Jason Kelce saves money on insurance? Whatever. I'm like, come on. Anyway, but yes, I need more of Jason Kelce. I love Jason Kelce.
When is he going to retire? Do y'all think he will after this year?
I mean, he's really good at his jobs, and he's real durable. And I don't know. I think he might play another year.
When he is like in a few years, he's not going to be able to move his body.
No, they have hypergenic chambers now that they can hang out in and like get their body revived and stuff.
He'll have to drop a lot of weight and then try to kind of do yoga and stuff like that. All right, Greg, she's going to take the Eagles and lay the 3.
I'm going to go with the Eagles too, just because of Jason Kelce. I mean, I know they've been struggling. They've lost kind of a couple, kind of head scratcher games, but I think they'll get it together. I think Jason will rally the troops and get the team put together.
How great would that be if we get another Philadelphia, Kansas City Super Bowl with Brittany in the stands? Just so good. Man, that sounds awesome. Awesome. All right, ladies, gentlemen, I know, Caroline, you've got stuff to do. You got to go get ready for, you got your a test coming up. You got a sales call that you got to prepare to make for your class. Go get your grocery store list in order, get that stuff done. I don't want to get the phone call on Monday that goes, I have nothing to eat, because we're having this conversation on Wednesday. So the storm coming, get organized.
I'll go Saturday. I'll go stock up Saturday.
All right. So
let's go right now.
Greg, for people who are getting stocked for this weekend, who want to get ready for winter getting here in Oxford. How can they get in touch with you?
It's like one snowflake hits the ground. It's like, all right, all businesses are closed. We got to shut school down. I mean, it's just, we saw that one snowflake on university, and I just don't think it's going to be safe for the schools and anything to be open. But no, depending on the weather, we should be open. Got plenty of chicken breasts in the freezer. There's plenty of ground beef. I just made a lamb burger. Made a spicy Hawaiian sausage. We made a fresh, we're going to call it, I think, grunion sausage, because it's grunion and onion. So we're going to call it the grunion sausage. So it's just a real fresh pork and bacon and green onion and garlic. Fresh fish will come in tomorrow. I'm going to do $2 off on bone-in ribeyes. We still got the lane train. So, just, standard procedure around here. I'm going to not be here tomorrow. I'm going down to New Orleans. My little filly's running in another race on Thursday, so that should be fun. Hopefully I get my picture taken in the winner's circle. She's been a handful, but I've had really fun with her. Her last race, she darted out the gate and just took off, and I think she was up by 8 lengths at the half mile part, and I'm sitting here yelling at her like, slow down, like press the brakes. And so hopefully she's got it figured out, but we're going to have fun and go down there and see her tomorrow and be ready for this weekend. So, but yeah, if snow again gets you, we'll be open at LB's and we can always get you taken care of.
Awesome. We'll be back next week. We'll get ready for the divisional playoff weekend in the NFL as we get closer and closer to the Super Bowl and the end. Excuse me. Almost made it a whole half hour without coughing. It'd be the first time in a week, but I didn't quite make it there. I missed it by like 30 seconds. We'll be back next week. Another week of picks as we get closer to the Super Bowl, the end of the football season, the end of season 4 of this show, which has been a hell of a lot of fun this year. So we'll be back next week. For Greg, for Caroline, I'm Neil. Until then, take care. Bye.